I should laugh, but I cry, because your love has passed me by. You took me by surprise. You didn't realize that I was waiting. Time goes slowly, but carries on, and now the best years have come and gone. You took me by surprise. I didn't realize that you were laughing, laughing when you're doing it to me. Laughing ain't the way it should be. Took away everything I had, you put the hurt on me. Laughing while you're doing it to me. Laughing ain't the way it should be. Took away everything I had, you put the hurt on me. I go alone now, calling your name, after losing at the game. You took me by surprise. I didn't realize that you were laughing. Time goes slowly, but carries on, and now the best years have come and gone. You took me by surprise. I didn't realize that you were laughing, laughing while you're doing it to me. Laughing ain't the way it should be. Took away everything I had, you put the hurt on me. Laughing while you're doing it to me. Laughing ain't the way it should be. Took away everything I had, you put the hurt on me. Laughing, laughing, laughing while you're laughing at me. Laughing, you're laughing at me. Laughing. All right, that was Laughing. Big hit by the Canadian supergroup Guess Who back in 1969. And I played that song straight off the chord charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So check out that video link, download the free ukulele song sheet, and you can play Laughing by the Guess Who. And if you're going to be in Morristown, New Jersey on the first Wednesday of every month, come on out to the Morristown Uke Jam. You'll love it. Okay, so again, that was Laughing, the big hit by the Guess Who. Now that I've played it through, what I'm going to do is go through the chords, talk a little bit about, there's a couple little riffs that I'll show you that I did throughout there. We'll talk a little bit about the strumming, a couple different strumming patterns throughout the song. And just to let you know right off the bat, the version I just sang right now, which was in the key of G, that is a whole step down from the Guess Who, because Burton Cummings sings way higher than myself, or most of you, at least the guys, can sing. So I brought it down to G. So if you want to play with the record, just throw a capo on the second fret of your ukulele and you can play along with the record. Okay, so let's start with the intro first, which couldn't be simpler. To play that, I mean, super simple. It's just a D chord. I hold the D chord, strum strings 4, 3, and 2, not the top one. It's just, and then hit that second string 3 times, and do the same thing again. So again, the only thing to remember there is don't hit that one. You're just hitting these bottom 3 strings and then hitting the second string. And then the chords start. Then as the verse starts, the first chord is a G. So you're just staying on G. That's the first chord. The second chord is called a G augmented. And in order to play it, it's not hard. Once you have the G here, because the G augmented follows the G, all you do is, so instead of, we all know G is 0, 2, 3, 2. Well, G augmented is 0, 3, 0, 3, 3, 2. So you add your pinky on the third fret of the third string. So it goes. It's an interesting sounding chord, and that's a G augmented. So this note goes to this note. The third chord is a G sixth, which is a 0, 2, 0, 2. So if a regular G is 0, 2, 3, 2, this finger goes away. So it's 0, 2, and that's a G sixth. And then the fourth chord in that verse progression is a G seventh, which is 0, 2, 1, 2. So let me go through that 4-chord progression here, because it's not hard to do. They're all based around the G chord, but there's different variations. You start with the regular G, add your pinky here to get that G augmented, lift off both of these fingers, so now you're just left with 0, 2, 0, 2. And then the last one is G seventh, 0, 2, 1, 2. So that's the first 4 chords. The next chord in this verse is a C major seventh. We all know C, right? 0, 0, 0, 3. Well, a C major seventh is a 0, 0, 0, 2. So it's not this, it's this. That's a C major seventh. The next chord in this progression is a C minor seventh. C minor seventh is 3, 3, 3, 3. So you just take one of your fingers. 3, 3, 3, 3. One finger, one covers them all, right? And then the next chord from that is a B minor seventh. So all you do is take that finger and slide it down. Easy transition. And the nice thing about what happens next in the song is that this B minor 7, you can just hold on to that, because the next 2 chords are a D 7th with a suspended 4th and then a D 7th. Sounds tricky, but watch this. We go from the C minor 7th to the B minor 7th, and then there's a hold. All you're going to do is add your pinky to the first string, ring finger to the second. There's the D 7th with the suspended 4th, and then to get to a regular D 7th, just lift up that ring finger. So it goes from 2, 2, 3, 3 to 2, 2, 2, 3. So again, there's some fancy sounding names for some of these chords, but they're not hard to play, and especially the sequence here from chord to chord. The fingering transitions are pretty easy. Let me show you that one more time. When we go from the C major 7th, I was waiting. There's a little pause. Gives you time to put your pinky here, your ring finger, and go. And that brings you back to the next verse. Same chords as we talked about. So when we get to the end of the second verse, I didn't realize that you were laughing. So this time, when you hit that B minor 7th chord, you're not doing this again. Instead, you're doing this. Watch this. You were laughing. We're going to do a quick 3-note sing. Watch. So you can hold this. You're going to hit the bottom. You're going to put your finger on the 4th fret here, which happens to be a B note. Then you're just going to hit the 3rd string, and then the 2nd string. Then it goes to the chorus. Laughing, are you doing it to me? Laughing ain't the way it should be. And the chords for that chorus are C, you know C, 0, 0, 0, 3. G we already talked about. And then an A minor, real simple chord we all know, right? 2, 0, 0, 0. Laughing, are you doing it to me? Laughing ain't the way it should be. And then you took away everything I had, you put the hurt on me. So the only new chord that we haven't already talked about in the rest of that chorus is a D. Took away everything I had. And D is a common chord. I think you know it. 2, 2, 2, 0. And that is all of the chords for laughing. So again, there's an interesting progression in the chorus when you go from the G to the G augmented to the G6 to the G7th. And then those major 7th, minor 7th, minor 7th. So interesting chords, maybe not ones you play every day, but they're not hard. And the sequence from one to the other, they're pretty easy transitions here. And then the chorus couldn't be simpler. It's just C, G, A minor, and then there's a D toward the end, all common chords. So that's the chords. Let me show you, before we go into the strumming pattern, there was one little riff that happens in the chorus. Let me play it, then I'll explain it. Laughing, are you doing it to me? Laughing ain't the way it should be. Took away everything I had, you put the hurt on me. Now watch this. Do that. So if you want to, again, this is all voluntary, but you can just play G at the end of that. Hurt on me. But if you want to add that little riff, it's like the recorded version. You just hold a G chord and watch this. First note is. So then you hit it and it's called a hammer-on, because you hit the string and you hammer on. See that? And by the way, this is shown in the Morristown Uke Jam chord sheet. So if you want to see how to chart it out, and again, it's not hard. It's all based around a G chord. Okay, now let's talk about the strumming. Verses 1 and 3 couldn't be simpler, just single strums. I should laugh, but I cry, because your love has passed me by. You took me by surprise. All single. And I do it downstrokes, but you can do whatever you want, upstrokes, but it's that's all it is. Now, verses 1, that was verses 1 and 3 go that way. Verses 2 and 4 do a more traditional kind of strumming. Time goes slowly, but carries on. When I tried to analyze my own strumming there, I was sort of hearing sort of a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's what I heard in my head. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And that seems to work for the verses where regular strumming kicks in. And that is pretty much it in terms of strum patterns you have to worry about. It's a fun song. It's got some interesting chord changes, but they're interesting without being particularly tough, I think. So I think you'll enjoy playing Laughing.